Hey, this is Pam from Coach Pam Fitness. Thanks for watching. As promised, I hope my experiment worked, but as promised last night, we're going to do an experiment so you can see what happens to your gut when it is aggravated by diet. I don't know if any of you caught my live that I couldn't post yesterday, but I spent the afternoon on Monday in the ER with my 11-year-old because he was having some intestinal problems. And so that got me thinking about gut health and how your gut, I always hear that your gut, if you have a poor gut environment, you're not going to have a strong immunity and stuff like that. So I just wanted to see what our diet, so I wanted to research what our diet does to our gut health. And Hippocrates was a future thinker. He developed the Hippocratic Oath, and he really studied the human body. And he said all disease starts in the gut. And I didn't know he said that until I started researching this. And the more I'm researching, the more I'm finding out that our gut is really like our second brain. Our gut has millions of nerve endings that shoot up to our brain to tell us whether or not we feel good, whether or not we should be happy or feel yucky. And which surprised me because I really didn't realize that. I mean, I knew our gut health was important in that keeping the good bacteria thriving and strong is super important, but I did not realize that your gut health plays a huge part in your overall health. I knew that your teeth and gums can affect parts of your body because my mom's a dental hygienist, so I knew that if you had periodontal disease, it can affect your heart and your brain, but I did not realize that it goes the same with your gut. So your gut can not only, I mean, obviously if you have gut issues, you're going to be bloated and you're going to have gas, and you can have IBS or leaky gut or celiac disease. Those all play a part in gut health. But I did not realize that aside from your intestinal issues, if you have poor gut health, it can really affect your mood, your memory. It can affect, scientists are now researching whether it has an impact on ADHD or anxiety, because a lot of people with Crohn's or celiac or IBS or leaky gut have a higher incident of mental health issues such as depression, anxiety, just generalized mood disorders. It can affect the joints in your hands, in your whole body. It can affect your overall well-being. So, with that being said, how do you keep your gut happy? Well, our diet. In all honesty, our diet is 100% the way we can keep our gut healthy. And there are lots of things that can set our gut off. I know when I go on vacation, I don't eat as healthy as normal, and it kind of sets my gut off a bit. A bout of stomach flu can wipe out your good intestine. If you're on an antibiotic, it can wipe out your good, not your good intestine, it can wipe out the good bacteria in your intestine. But also, more and more research is showing that our American diet, which is high in processed carbs, high in sugar, can wipe out the good bacteria in your intestine and totally feed your bacteria in your intestine that you don't want, that causes leaky gut, that can cause your intestines to be inflamed and then cause your whole body to be inflamed. So I did a little experiment. I was thinking, because I was trying to post this live video like 3 times yesterday, and for some reason I couldn't get it to post. So I was thinking, you know what? We know that yeast causes bread to rise because it feeds on sugar. And we know that we can have a yeast overgrowth in our intestines, and all over really, because we eat so much sugar. So I just wanted to show you, and yay, it worked. I'm so excited. So I just wanted to show you really quick how eating a diet high in processed carbs and high in sugar and prepackaged, overly processed foods can wreak havoc on your intestines. So I'm going to flip this over so you can see. Let's see if this is going to work. All right. So I have just some fast-acting yeast. I mixed 2.5 teaspoons of yeast in with a 1/4 cup of warm water. And in this one, because you always have to add sugar to feed yeast, I added what did I add? 1/2 teaspoon of sugar. And you can see that it is really going to town. Look at how much, and they both have a 1/4 cup of water. They both have the same amount of yeast. The only difference is this one does not have sugar in it. And look at the difference, y'all. Look at the difference. This is what happens to our gut, to the bad bacteria in our gut. It starts thriving on the sugar in our diet. And so it's foaming up so much that it's going to kill off the good bacteria in our intestines, and we're going to be left with all the bad bacteria that's going to cause us to be, I mean, that's amazing, right? That's pretty cool. So let me flip this back over. All right, so that's what happens inside your gut when you have a diet high in sugar, high in processed carbs. The bad bacteria thrive. It can lead to irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's, leaky gut, inflammation throughout your whole body. And the other one is not thriving at all. The bad bacteria is not thriving hardly at all. So I thought that was a pretty cool experiment. I'm going to be writing this all down in a blog just so you can have an understanding of what our American diet does to our body. I am going to be running a sugar detox in 2 weeks. I will post a registration form in the comments here because I'm only taking 10 people. So I can really help you understand how sugar affects your body and how processed foods affect your body. And we can really work on helping you detox your body from sugar. I'm going to tell you 5 days is not going to completely detox you, but it's going to give you an idea about how much better you feel. And it also is going to start the inflammation in your body to go down, and you're going to feel better. So anyway, one last view because it's really getting big now, this yeast. Look at that, almost to the top now. That's, lots of people have candida overgrowth and they just feel crappy and yucky and their immune system's weak. Sugar does it. And my 11-year-old is a sugar junkie, so we're going to be doing a detox in about 2 weeks. So, thanks for watching. Watch out for my blog. There's going to be a lot more information about gut health in the blog, and I hope you found this interesting. If you found it interesting and you know people who can use the help with this, please share this video, please share my blog, and we'll talk soon. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them in the comment section, and I will be checking them after I finish my blog. So thanks for watching. Have a fabulous day. This is Coach Pam from Coach Pam Fitness.